Retard.
And hello, good evening. How are you all doing? Welcome to beautiful Amsterdam. Yoda, I thought you'd be here. Thank you so much. Jawohl. And Brendel, hello to you as well. Photometry, Eagle Motion, Gudi V, Avenger, hello, Dr. Fred, hello to you as well. And Srihari, hello, Runa, Kaspar, Kiran, Airbus Aviator, Mike, hello, and Amantha, hello to you all. I hope you're all doing good. Right, and Pizza Manji, hello to you. I'm doing well, thank you very much for asking. How are you doing? 777, hello. Right, and Kitman, hello. Kitman, how's the PC going along? Or how's the Microsoft installation going? Photometry, good. Good to hear. Right. So, as you can see, this is XP12 final version. So this is actually, yeah, stable. Hey, Flydido, and Tazidum, hello. So we'll be flying from Amsterdam to Frankfurt, and the reason for that is there's a new Frankfurt scenery out. And before I get the name all wrong again, let me just make sure that I get it correct. And it's called Aviotech Frankfurt for X-Plane 11 and X-Plane 12. However, so X-Plane 12, they said, is not yet fully supported from their side, because beta, the final version X-Plane 12 has only been out for like 3 days, I think, 3 or 4 days. Okay, Kidman. Yeah, nice. Roger. So that on you know, as a little side note. Nevertheless, I did want to try out XP12 today to see how that is all going. Performance-wise, okay, so I had an issue today initially. Where's my ground power? So initially, I had the problem that the performance in Frankfurt was extremely bad. And the reason for that was that what can I get extra? Okay. The reason for that was that the mesh apparently was causing issue. There we go. That's through Sam. And so after taking out the mesh folder and the Berlin-Frankfurt landmarks folder, that's when the FPS actually went back to normal. So hopefully this will also hold through now through the stream. Hey Lee, I go to be. And a shout out was given to Renterside. Hey, cool. Oh, that's a nice nice command, Brennot. Let2K, hello. Zishke, hello to you. Tazidum, hello. I go to good, yeah. Yeah, same. So, again, beautiful Amsterdam. Quite like it. So regarding the XP12 stable version now, I would say that it's not completely there yet. So I don't want to bash anything in you know, in that regard, but it's just something that I feel. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's clouds, maybe sometimes the lighting. So I don't know exactly how to put it, but yeah, it still feels a bit rushed. But we'll see how today's flight goes. So the program today is quite interesting because we're going to go back to P3D on the second flight. So I've bought the iFly 737 MAX. And I've tested it, and I'll give you my thoughts on it on the flight to Keflavik. So if anybody's interested and still using P3D. Okay, nice, Lee. Okay, so I'm going to hurry up now so it doesn't get too late. Oh, is it school holidays already, Lee? Avenger, correct, yes. So I'm planning for that as well. 1 8 left. And I'm on VATSIM. God. I'm on VATSIM. So anybody wants to join, feel free. And as a pre-announcement for Friday's Christmas stream, don't rush out of Amsterdam. No. Oh, okay. No worries. Oh, tomorrow's the last day. Okay. So Lee. Okay, I'll hurry up then on the first flight. Well, okay. So active sky, as far as I can see, active sky is not working yet in XP12. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I did check the latest version, even the beta version, and there is no functioning active sky version yet, as far as I can see. Hey, Eagle Motion, nice. Yeah, let me know how it goes. And the 744 across the pond, beautiful. Man, I have to say, I did really enjoy our flight to Boston. That went really well. We had no issues, and the controllers, you know, top notch again. And something you didn't quite notice. So let me give you a shout out to Mark and pilot Paul, who helped me out today with fixing the FPS issue in Frankfurt. So Mark Lindley, he flew along on our across the pond on Saturday, and guys, the drama that unfolded there was intense. So I was offline, so not streaming, but I went back online on VATSIM to see his landing, And it was so busy then that he was called to go around. And I was in the tower view, and I saw him go around, and I heard the voice communication. But he handled that really well, I have to say. Pro pilot, so he did really well. But unfortunately, oh, there he is. Hello, Mark. So unfortunately, he was so busy, and the controllers were so busy that he actually entered the holding as it was published on the standard approach procedure. And it took ages for him to get back into the approach controller, and then he got delay vectors, and wow, he was he had to be really patient. But yeah, he managed the landing nicely. So he did well. GG's. Big round of applause for that. Hang on, need to change the voice setting. There it is. And let's try again. There it is. There's your applause. Drax, hello to you. So Saltwinder, in the latest Toliss version, so it's 1P7 or something. You now get the option to set a sim brief. Where is it? General settings, loading info. Yeah. So you get the option now to type in your sim brief ID number, and then load in that latest flight plan. So that way the aircraft gets actually already fueled and loaded if you want to, which is a nice feature. And also the flight plan is loaded into your FMS. The highest flex temperature, so it depends on the engine type. So there are engines which only go up to 56 flex, let's say, and there are engine types like the A319 CFMs, they go up to 79. Right, shoot me if I'm wrong, but yeah, somewhere in that region. So, and King Creed, hello to you. Yoda. Right, so let's have a look here. Go with charts. Hang on. Chart. Hang on, didn't we? Oh, that was the 12. Hang on, let me just check that. So that was under 11 plugins, resources, plugins. Oh, let's not make it that difficult. Let me just change the download path under here, and then we should be good to go. Close. Let's try that. Let's add it up. Charts. And there we are. So here's our flight plan. And we are going typical routing, 18 left departure, render to Echo. I think it should be Frankfurt 45 minutes, sometimes even a bit less depending on the
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Duo Channel experience.
Cologne is the
Could
alternate.
New subscribers please make their way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight infotainment will be served. Thank you.
Hey Barone, thanks so much Barone 104 coming in with 9 months of support on Twitch. Thank you so much. King Creed, okay, you watched a review on the iFly 737 MAX and it actually is good. I'm not going to spoil anything at the moment because I will talk about what I feel or what I think about the add-on when I'm flying it. Did that person comment on performance, so FPS performance by any chance? That's what I would be interested in. Well, I was going to look for the weather here. So Frankfurt weather. Oh, it may be 07. Maybe somebody can have a look, please, at flight radar. Which runway is actually in use today? Oh, disregard, because we actually have VATSIM, it seems, online. It says 25s in use in Frankfurt at the moment. Right, so 25s in use, bit tailwind, It's just starting to rain now. Yoda, is that correct? Is it raining in Amsterdam? $2.5. Okay, Spot Ollie. Thank you so much. Right, Cologne, the alternate, just rain expected. A bit misty. And Schiphol, light drizzle, QNH 1008. 1008, that's all set. Looking good. Oh, no. That was wrong. Let me just set a point. Control panel. What's the EFB? Well, I don't have an EFB yet. GoPro, throttles. Oh, there. iPad number 6. What's that button here? That's number 40. So let's do number 40.
Camera saved.
Thank you. So that. And then I need to put this to, what's this? Let's make this, that's 40. Let's make that one to 41 or something, or 45. Yes. Hey, I mean, and hey, the landing minus 93 feet per minute or something. Ha. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's that was a good landing. So 41. Let's do 44 then.
Camera saved.
44. And that's then 44. Right, there we go. So, a little bit foggy later, but all in all, fantastic. All right, cool. So we want a fuel value of 1.4 for the alternate. 1.4, gonna put that in there. And flight plan, Amsterdam departure. We'll take 18 left. The Rendy to Echo departure. Insert. And then a Dupro and so on. The routing to Toliss. And then we expect in Frankfurt 25 right. 25 right. Yankee. 25 right, Yankee. And so it's going to be Toliss 3 Alpha, I think. Let me just check 3 Alpha or 3 Bravo. I've been flying for ages. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Now, in real life, what happens sometimes is that you get a so just past Cologne, you may sometimes get direct metro, and then as a VOR to the northeast of Frankfurt, and from there get radar vectors to the field. That kind of cuts off quite a lot of mileage into Frankfurt. Okay, okay. So concrete, you'll be interested to hear my opinion on about the frames. Because not heavy on frames is actually a bit of a lie, because it's actually heavier compared to the FS Labs. So the FS Labs is actually performing better FPS-wise than the iFly 737 MAX. And I guess it has to do with the large displays on the MAX. But that's just a guess on my side. Right. That's done. So init A page is filled out, init B page is filled out, flight plan page is filled out, RAPNAV for departure. Well, it should be an R of departure. So really, what? Düsseldorf? No, Frankfurt. So, arrival quickly. Toliss 3 Alpha. Yeah. So we'll take that one for Frankfurt. Hey Toto, how you doing? And we'll take airport charts. Take that. And then one more thing we'll take is the approach chart. So we'll take Yankee 25 right. There it is. The Yankee having the steeper than normal glide of 3.2 degrees. So then we're going to do Amsterdam as well. Yeah, so Toto, I have noticed a couple of improvements. So definitely lighting is promising. Performance has gotten better. Not perfect yet, so this is one of the areas where I would say it was still lacking a little bit. So sometimes I do get a little FPS drop, but I guess that has to do with scenery sometimes. And but yeah, all in all, definitely improvements. Oh, and I've installed the latest better Pushback beta version here today, so that should be working as well. So let's do the list here. We'll do airport. Now we're going to take a taxi out chart, and I'll give you an overview in a minute. So parking stands. Perfect, perfect. All right, fantastic. So runway 18 left is here, and so we'll taxi out via Bravo around the corner. If you're lucky, you get Echo 5 intersection, so you don't have to cross the other runway. Let me just show you that. And otherwise, but you rarely get that for some reason in real life. So what you normally do, they let you cross Bravo November 2 Echo 6 and then get full length when it left. Okay. Just a second. All right, back again. So yeah, that's what we'll see. If there's no traffic, we'll take Echo 5 for the departure. Magenta Dagger, hello to you. And 777 driver has to move down, not like... Oh, the raindrops. Yeah, also, I think it's with the wind. Yeah. Cool. Alrighty. So, diff rips, page, filled out performance. Now we'll take that doesn't work just yet, so we're going to take that. So we've done that. That's all set, and we're going to take 1+F A319. A319. This lightweight, it's a little Ferrari, so no need for any flap 2 settings. Also 319 has doesn't have much of a tail strike risk because it's so much shorter than the other versions or variants. So we'll take 1, and the trim is up 0.2. Oh, hang on, guys. Little spoiler alert. Now, I know we talked about some stupid stuff on the way to Boston. And I said, I don't understand how train driving or train simulator driving could be in any form interesting. And then people were telling me, hey, you know, actually, it's actually not bad, because Because the way you kind of play it or simulate it is actually interesting because it is quite technical, and the driving can actually be quite kind of relaxing. So I thought, all right, I'll try it out. So I bought Train Sim World 3 because Toto sent me a link of a video from YouTube where a real-world train driver actually was very positive about the way some of these trains are simulated there. So I did get a train simulator, and I've been practicing yesterday, and up to now I've neither derailed the train. I may have put a couple of dents into some of these locomotives. I'm sorry. All right, I'm still learning. But I'm actually surprised how fascinating it is. And so on Friday, on Friday, we'll go, and on the Christmas stream, we're going to do one train drive, and we'll see how that goes. And then also, I did get another little new program called Tower Simulator with speech function. Now that's a game for sure, and we'll have a look at that as well on Friday's stream. So Friday, we're going to start quite early for the Christmas stream. We'll start at 1400 UTC, and Breld has helped out again, making some group flights. So people that would like to join the group flights, VFR, IFR, can do so. Airbus fan, hello. Airbus fan, how are you doing? How's your COVID going? I hope you're much better now. Well, so the PZB, I'm practicing with that, right? So step by step, I'm actually doing the tutorials, which are quite extensive in the Train Sim World 3. So we'll see, all right? Are the reverses mechanical lock? You mean in the real aircraft, I guess? So this? Yeah, so you can't pull it back. You need to lift the flaps and then put it into reverse. And let me see if I can do that here. Hang on, what have I... Hold on. Didn't I model that? But how do I get reverse here? Hold on. Shift. Oh, is that? That's a different. Hang on. Let me just find the keybind for that. So keyboard, reverse, throttle, shift, and that. Where is that? Oh, 7. No, that doesn't work either. You're doing better, Airbus fan. Fantastic. Very nice to hear. And SimFan. Yeah, so SimFan. I mean, if you think about the ICE, I haven't touched on that yet. I didn't have that much time, but toggle thrust reversers. I should be able to put that on the axis, shouldn't I? So that apparently yes. That is a lot easier to drive, apparently. Right, so let me have a look. So there is a button, commercial 2, edit, reverse, toggle thrust reverse, toggle reverse 1. But I have a feeling that I need to do something else here. It doesn't lift the gate though, does it? Now I know there's also an axis on the joystick actions, but that Oh, hang on. F1, F2 can toggle reverse. Hold on. Ah. Oh, it's not animated. Yeah, okay. So, I can do it this way and then go that like that. Although it shouldn't really... But I think it's easier that way, F1. F1, F2. Yeah, we'll try that, F1, F2. Cool. So that's done, and one more thing to do. Let's go Amsterdam, and then we're ready to roll. The Toliss, the textures look better in XP12. Yeah, I would say so as well, a little bit, right? I would agree, yeah. They do look a bit better here. You tried to flap a A320 first time, my god, the graphics. Yeah, Airbus fan, right? It is a difference. And then when you go back to some other simulators, you're like, oh, okay. Interesting. Right, so we're going to do 990 and a DP2, and then the engine out is 1500 feet. Do that, and then for the engine out case, 18 left, put that in there. That is 18325. 225. Hey, Eagle Costello, how you doing? Nice to see you. Right. Oh, chart, sorry. Yeah. There we go. So, actually, hang on. No, we're right. So, that's the line that I've put in here. And, and then secondary flight plan, copy active. We'll do a... yes, Milton, I actually do. I actually do. And I have not really heard any sensible reason. New destination? Oh, try that. Why Microsoft can't do it? Well, we'll take 18 center for the engine failure case, no star, and no buyer. Cool. Performance done, difference. Right, briefing. So, A319 today. Technically, everything's fine. Maybe we'll try a little failure en route, see if the EHAM is optimized here as well. Because I was actually surprised. We tried some stuff in the Neo 321 because I was still going on about you know, the failures not being correctly represented on the EHAM, and actually those 2 or 3 we tried did actually show up correctly. So who knows? Maybe they actually have worked on the EHAM here over the last couple of updates. So we're departing 18 left. The Rendy to Echo departure. We're climbing. Hold on. Did not save that. Probably not. We're climbing. Rendy to Echo. To Echo. What is it? Yeah. So we're climbing to Alpha Mike 037, then Ivlut, Lunix Rendy, and the transition is going to be 3000, so very low here in Amsterdam, and initial climb level 60. So first level 60, transition 3000. Correct. And oh, hang on, one thing I want to do, because you can actually do that here in SAM. I have not tried that yet. So 137 or something. Cargo baggage. Fuel, and we'll do load. That's interesting. Well, we can press fast track if we want to later on. But yeah, I actually have some animations going on here as well now, which is cool. So a little bit of GSX in the X-plane. Oh, so P2 crawler, yeah, I know. I actually, when I did my final check, I had a lot of flights to and from Amsterdam, yeah. I know the feeling. Good. Fuel, extra fuel, 500 kilograms according to the flight plan. And we'll have hotspots taxing out. Let me just check. Got to be careful. Yeah, that hotspot there in case we have to cross that 2709 runway. But if there's no traffic, we'll just go Echo 5. Apart from that, engine out we've already briefed. Straight ahead, acceleration 1500, cleanup climb 3000, radar vectors 18 center. Stop margin not critical, full long runway available. And everything standard, so looking good. That means we can go and read the cockpit preparation checklist. Key pins covers, remove. Fuel quantity, 5,320 kilograms. Seatbelts on. ADIRs, NAF. Already 0.7 drift. And bow ref is QNH1008 set. Checked. That's the cockpit preparation is completed. Oh, look at that. Nice. Oh, let me see if I can change that now. Thanks for the note there. So that should be on the dashboard, if I'm not completely mistaken. Settings. Is it stream or channel? Brand. No. Featured content. Stream. Tag. How do I change the tags? Tags. Ah, okay, hang on. You can change that panel alongside with the stream title and notification. Edit settings, category. Lima Kilo. Yeah, very likely. Aviator, very likely. Ah. Hang on. View. So hold on. View. All right. We'll see that in a minute. It's called, so this is actually going through SAM. So you actually have the ability now to buy separate add-ons for the SAM3 Content Manager, and that is the ground service add-on. So that's what I've got. Oh, look at that. They're finished now. Fantastic. Does the fuel panel door open? Here on the Phoenix, I don't think. On the Toliss, I don't think so, no. I've never tried, to be absolutely fair. But like I said, I don't think it does. One thing you notice immediately is the reflections are a lot nicer. No, it's not clickable. No. Yeah, snow should be interesting once that works. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Nice. So currently still no service available here in Amsterdam. So let's dial in 22.8. Set. And then let's prepare for jetway. Let's remove that. Start the flight. Alright, there goes the jetway. Let's put that on. Ah, external power is gone as well. Okay, that's interesting. We're going to get better pushback. Pre-plan. So here we've got 2 lines, so we're going to be on this side.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
I know that voice.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Excellent. Now I didn't check the cams. That is almost ready. Alright, and this camera.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
That cool. B4 start checklist. Park and brake set. Takeoff speeds flex. What for 1144 flex 67. Windows closed. The beacon is on. That's the before start checklist completed. Aviator, really? Okay. Should be dry
Flow
now.
connected and bypass pin and survey. Release parking brake.
Hey, Holger.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Okay. Okay, nice. Thank you for the warning. We'll have a look out for that. Ooh. Just saw some lightning there. Did you see that? Nice reflections. Alright, checklist finished. We'll check that we have a fuel bleed available, fuel pumps are on, good pressure, and we'll start engine 2. And Benchy, hey, how you doing? Aviator, that's a shame though. Hey Jensen. Yeah, you know, like I said, everyone has their preferences, right? Is there a perfect simulator? No. Engine 1 starts. But, can you enjoy all these different simulators? Absolutely. It all depends on your personal preferences. So I think I've removed at least that aviation tag.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Good, engine starts. Let's do the items. And let's do flight control check. Full up, full down, neutral, left, right, neutral, rudder, left, right, neutral. Yeah, Spot Ollie, if you do a single engine taxi out, I could show you that procedure. Let me just have a look here. If you want to see the procedure, it's on our website.
Tow is disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Thank you much for the service. Have a great day. Docks. A320 checklist, procedures. Where was it again? Hold on. Procedures, supplementary. Yeah, there we go. So under documents, procedure, supplementary, single engine taxi procedure for arrival or at departure. It gives you the exact procedure what you need to do, and you can see engine 1 is started in that case. So when you taxi in, you switch off engine 2. If you taxi out, you start engine 1. Alrighty, let's do after start checklist. Anti-ice, well, we got 10 degrees. We're right around the freezing conditions, so we'll put engine anti-ice on, taxi out at least. And EHAM status is checked. Pitch trim should be up 0.2, so we've got trim here. Alright, so we've got around about 30% set and road trim neutral after start checklist completed. Right, yeah, here I've got a interesting FPS drop right now. Just wondering what's happening here. Looking down, it's fine. Looking up, must be a issue with the raindrops, scenery. Interesting. All right, let's go taxi out. Brake check. Brakes are working. Schiphol traffic, Lufthansa 989 taxiing, active runway 18 left in Schiphol. Hey Grenoa, yeah Grenoa, how are you doing? So I'm going to change on to Bravo, just to make sure there's no traffic there. But again, it definitely looks a lot better compared to XP11. Now I've got 50 FPS again. So I just start to think it's sometimes looking at a certain direction, it's the flight tamper scenery. So looking at a certain direction, then suddenly you can get here. So something's there that's not optimized that causes that drop in FPS. Here now, looking this way, 50 FPS, that's no problem. No, Benji, you need to tell the autopilot which mode the autopilot should descend in. So managed to descend or selective descent. Okay, Franz. Okay, nice. And Bon, good evening. Clogon, good evening. How are you all doing? Nice to see you all. Good, so cabin is ready. Auto brake to max. We'll put the predictive emission system on. Config test. And then we'll just make sure that we're still taxiing correctly. Here on Bravo, around the corner. And then we can read the taxi checklist. Flight controls checked. Flap setting. Config 1+F. Radar predictive emission system on and auto. Engine mode selector normal and ECA takeoff no blue. That's the taxi checklist completed. Very nice. Really, Toto? Okay. You know, I don't know what it is. I don't get... Well, I do get worked up about certain things in flight sims, no doubt. So I do sometimes shout at something. But regarding, you know, procedures, you know, pressing certain buttons, hey, I don't get worked up about that. I mean, you know, that does not break immersion for me. Bad FPS, you know, stuttery scenery, or completely wrong scenery, that breaks immersion for me. But otherwise, okay. Really, he gets worked about door opening on through the feed. Right, I don't see any traffic anywhere, so we'll take the intersection here. And normally we would have, I don't know, shift 300 meters or something. Put that there. Oh, it's working nicely. Good. That works as well. Fantastic. And then we'll go Echo 5. Amsterdam traffic, Lufthansa 989, departing 1 left on the Rendy to Echo departure in Amsterdam. Oh, hang on, I'm not transmitting, hold on. Settings. That doesn't work. That I would get in trouble if we do that in Frankfurt. X pilot toggle push to talk apply done. Amsterdam traffic, Lufthansa 989, 18 left departing on the Rendy to Echo departure in Amsterdam. Alrighty, let's go. We can switch that off. Strobes go on. Where are you? Done. That's all correct. That's done. That's done. TCAS is on. So, line up checklist. Takeoff runway. 18 left. Echo 5. TCAS, TARA, and the packs are on. Just checking one more time. Left side is clear. Right side is clear. TCAS also clear. That's no factor. Interesting returns there on the weather radar. We'll start the chrono. Joystick is on. Yeah, it's just looking this direction that FPS drop a bit. Take off. Mantec 69 SRS auto thrust blue. Thrust set. Yeah, little Ferrari here. 100 knots. Check. Oh, you're right. Yeah, let me change that in a minute. Hang on. Sorry. C1, rotate. Hold on. That's better, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry. Apologies. Thrust climb. Yeah, thanks Toto for the feedback. Out blue. Auto thrust. Bumpy today, look at that. Oof. Flap 0, speed is checked. Flap 0, spoilers. Yeah, so Barone, you will only get the runway indication on the FM on the front flight display if you have a valid localizer signal. So when it left, it didn't have a localizer beam available, so that way it doesn't show up. Transition, standard set, passing 4-1, checked. Whoa. That suddenly appeared right at star, 1,000 feet to go. Let's have a look. Any restrictions? No. So let's continue climb 330. So we got thrust climb up to 330. Check gross weight. Oh, I've had that before. I've had that before. 62.6. No, that's fine. And let's check that in here as well. Gross weight. So 57 plus 5. Now 6. That looks correct. 62.6. Hey, Carbon Bell. How you doing? Oh, it's cloudy today. There we go, just breaking out the clouds here. Lovely. Well, weirdly enough, Campbell, here we got rain at 8 or 9 degrees now. So that's fine. Passing 100, so those will go off. Yeah, like I said, the A319 is a bit of a rocket. Signs will go off. We'll check that we have less than 7 degrees pitch. Sometimes you've got to work a little bit with vertical speed mode instead of climb mode. That is still an error here, I think. They've told us check gross weight. Well, I mean, I can say that the Toliss 340 I enjoyed. I've not tried the 330 Aerosoft. Aviotech. So, I mean, Orbix sells for XP11 the Aerosoft, Frankfurt, and the Aviotech. But I bought the Aviotech today because that is new scenery, and it's actually looking quite nice. But I had some performance issues. So if you already bought the Aviotech Frankfurt scenery, or you're thinking about it, be aware. In both X-Plane 11 and X-Plane 12, I had performance issues because of the mesh folder. So after taking out the mesh folder from the scenery folder, in X-Plane 11, the FPS went back to normal. And in X-Plane 12, I also had to take out the Berlin-Frankfurt land class folder and the mesh folder for Frankfurt. So, yeah, I'm going to ignore that. Check gross weight. Because it can't enter the gross weight manually, so I don't know what the problem is. Well, you can enter that, but it still comes back check close rate. Hey Alpha, how you doing? So we'll go... Oh no. Oh, blimey. I just thought the sim crashed because I had a sound cut there. Woo. Is the Takeoff dead band wrong? What do you mean with the dead band? Do you think XP12 is worth it? I mean, you know, if I say yes, people say, well, look at the clouds, right? They look awful. Or Active Sky is not working with XP12 yet. Look, you just can't please everybody. Like every sim, there's always a downside. However, I have to say, the lighting has definitely improved now in XP12 with the stable release. Performance has improved for me as well. So any kind of FPS drops that I'm getting is scenery related, you know, with an add-on scenery. Like here at Flight Campus, for example, Amsterdam. So looking in a certain direction, you may get an FPS drop, but otherwise, yeah. Yeah, the weather radar, of course, is still, yeah, it's kind of representing all of the little CVs here, the clouds. Yeah, there's room for improvement, absolutely. But maybe Active Sky will fix that. Who knows? Oh, you mean that pitch down indication? Is that what you mean? Upon rotation? Ah, okay. Yeah, I would need to check the replay, yeah. If you need to go around above the ground altitude, do you just level off? There's two procedures. So they call discontinued approach and go around. So if you are above the FCU selected altitude, you can just deselect the approach modes and just do the level off, yeah. If you are below, you should put the toga, the thrust levers shortly into the toga notch and then go back to the climb notch. To get the aircraft out of its approach mode into the right go-around mode so that yeah, automatic nav tracking works again, etc, etc. So these are the two options you have. Hey Andreas, how you doing? Okay, so I mean the sudden increase in back pressure during rotation. Yeah, you know, so this is something where add-on makers manipulate something in the flight sims. And we see that, for example, in the Phoenix or the fly-by-wire mod from Microsoft. They do something internally or externally to have the simulate transition from ground to flight mode in the Airbus. And remember that initially in the Phoenix, if you rotate it to, let's say, 20 degrees up, let go of the stick, the nose would drop drastically, which is not true in real life. And that is because the way Microsoft simulates aerodynamics and, you know, that sort of stuff. So they need to trick. And fly-by-wire, for example, initially they put the trim very quickly to up 8 units to simulate that that onset of the flight mode. So I know that Phoenix has done something as well internally to stop the dolphin kind of movement. The flight model is interesting. However, what will need to happen is that add-on makers tweak their aircraft add-ons to the new flight model. So I'm sure that Toto has already done that in the Challenger 650. But it's up to the add-on makers to make sure that they tweak their aircraft for XP12. Sorry, Goofy, hang on, let me just check. Goofy, when do you PAX on departure? Okay, good question. Goofy, think of it this way. When you put the thrust levers into the climb notch. Yeah, so when you put the thrust levers into the climb notch, so you have climb power set, that's when you switch on the PAX. Yes, the Toto confirms tweaks are necessary, and the 650 is done. TBM is next in line. I don't know how far Toliss has come along. I don't remember reading anything official about it. But 2,000 feet to go, or 1,000 feet to go. We'll put this to vertical speed. 330. Oh, you mean like when? Well, normally you should do a PAX off takeoff in real life as often as you can, so performance-wise, because it does save some fuel. It's about 10 kilograms of fuel compared to PAX on takeoff. It doesn't necessarily save money because each PAX cycle that you do, so switching on, switching off, is logged, and so certain maintenance procedure has to be done after a certain number of PAX cycles. But it does save fuel, it does save CO2, so in real life, outside, PAX off takeoff is a normal procedure, and apparently we've moved on, so the pandemic is no longer an issue. So you do that as you feel fit. The overexposure effect at Tepitsky is not really. At the beginning I found it a bit overdone, but again they've tweaked it. It's not so noticeable now. It's there, but I don't find it distracting anymore. Hey Jasek, how you doing? Do you personally know the guys that were in? Sometimes no, Prober. There's many videos on YouTube, and some of the colleagues I know, and actually some of these I've flown with in real life. So yeah. Just put a beta out. Oh really? So Holger, thank you for the info. Uh-oh. Just connected somewhere. I don't know what's happening here. Didn't I deactivate those messages? Labels, haters. Is that working? No, that's not working here, is it? No. Right, equi time point coming up. So let me just try something here real quickly before we get into control here. So let's do one fault scenario. Let's do, what do we have NAV-wise? ADR. Let's do IR3 unit fault, but let me just get my real world. Come out. Abnormals, navigation. IR. Fault. There we go. Alright, so let's do that. So we've got nav IR3 fault. So only if that was in use, then of course the autopilot drop out. We can take number 2 autopilot because number 2 IR is working. That's fine, so that's correct. And then that message, attitude heading switch norm, is correct as well. So that goes back to norm. So that's correct. So clear nav, clear autoflight, and the status message IR may be available and attitude is correct. Cat3 single only is correct. In-up system IR3 is correct, and Cat3 dual is correct. Alright, so that is all correctly simulated. Interesting. So seems like they have improved some stuff there. Alright, let's go back to autopilot 1. And then we'll start getting stuff like weather. What's the worst nightmare as a pilot? Smoke or fire? In-flight smoke, fire is that's the biggest nightmare for pilots. Oh yeah, hang on. Can you put? Oh yes, you can here, right? Hang on. You sunglasses. There we go. So you can put the shades on, look cool, and it does dim down the brightness just a little bit. Yeah, I keep forgetting that as well. Yeah, you have things like flashlight and sunglasses available here as well. Cool. Weather-wise, let's go and get the ATIS through the Sim Toolkit Pro. So it's telling us we've got information hotel 1750, so not too bad on time. 25. Oh, look at that, Zulu now in progress. Zulu approach run 25 right, and I would assume that's because of the tailwind. Yeah, 030 between 30 and 90 degrees with 4 knots. So 070 at 4. So a bit tailwind, runway 25, H1014. So before we enter any of the performance data, let me just go ahead and change the approach then. Frankfurt arrival. So, arrival, that's 25 right, Zulu, there it is, and then via, no via, because that's still the arrival. Cool. We'll unset that performance. Now, here's the thing, A319, tailwind, light aircraft, although it's not that light, but just below max landing weight for landing, 61 tons. So, but still, a config 3 approach, I wouldn't really risk it with the of tailwind, so let's just leave that as it is. Config full. 1014 and 070 and 4 on the wind. And then temperature is 4. Transition level 60. At minimums. So we'll take that out, and that chart is wrong
Welcome
as well.
aboard the Captain Black Box. Twitch
Right,
channel
I'm way
subscribers
handing the shout outs,
experience.
guys. Thank you so much,
Could new
first of all.
subscribers please make your way to the
where's
first
my
class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be
labels?
served. Thank you.
Hey, Max!
62 months.
Oh, that's
Hope
so kind.
you and
Max.
your family are well. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you. Here's Citation Max, guys. I'm sure you'll know him. Amazing, amazing person on YouTube and on Twitch. Max, how are you doing? Are you enjoying? Are you flying a lot? Are you enjoying the Christmas season? Yeah, please make sure to check out Max's channels on YouTube and on Twitch. Busy, yeah, I can imagine. I mean, Max, I was going to ask you, I think you already said that to me once, or you maybe don't want to talk about it, because I asked you about your thoughts about becoming an airline pilot. Because whenever I hear about the extreme shortage in the US, and knowing that you have quite a lot of flying hours now, yeah, wondering if at some point, you know, you might consider going into the airline business. Oh, and Max, I'm absolutely sure you would fit in perfectly for that. Yeah. Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine. If you slam the rudder in the A320, what will happen? At the moment, nothing bad, because the Airbus is a clever aircraft. It has a rudder travel limiter. So you see those green brackets there? That's the maximum deflection that you will get if you kick the rudder full now in manual flight. If the system fails, so rudder travel limiter 1 and 2 fails, then you would get a caution message saying rudder with care. And that way it will tell you not to kick the rudder, because then of course you can exceed the load limits, and then you can actually break the aircraft. What do you think about the Phoenix? It's good. Yeah, I enjoy it a lot. Absolutely. It's just the limitations in Microsoft, Max, but you know that as well. So, you know, it's unfortunately still some stuff to be done there. So, rudder from... No, you can't fail the rudder travel limiter directly. So, but in the Phoenix we could do that. The Phoenix has at least some circuit breakers on that. Hey Alex, how you doing? And Max, very cool of you to come by here and resub. And yeah, so for you and your family, all the best wishes for Christmas. Hope you have a lovely time, and I'm sure you're going to have some really nice wintry weather, which we're missing here a bit in Germany. Look at that wind, 60 knots from the west. That's one of those really strange weather situations where you have so much of strong wind from the west, and then on the ground you have winds from the east. And here in Frankfurt, I'm seeing that quite regularly, which is always weird. Now, there was... well, I mean, Max, if I transition in time for long range, then who knows? Who knows what I can go and set up. If there's any possibility for me to do so, I will do it. Absolutely. Yeah, fingers crossed. Man, I'm on so many reserve lists, 747 and 787, but it's just so chaotic at the moment that they can't confirm any on a certain date right now. So it's likely going to be just a phone call at some time, you know, like, hey, can you start in 2 days with your transition? Which is annoying for me because I can't plan much, but that's just the way it is at the moment. Right, we've got 560 gradient, no problem. 5% A319, easy. I'm gonna put that in there. Radnav will put Frankfurt, Fox Mike, Fox Mike, and then for the missed approach Metro. There we go. Now, when do I need to call in with the controller? That's in that. So since you're not flying the Airbus anymore, at the moment I am, Toto, so I have not transitioned yet. Is flying it in the sim getting your fix? I don't know, Toto. You know, I've never been that emotional on the Airbus, so yeah. People ask me, you know, are you going to miss the A320? And I don't think so. I didn't get emotional with it, so it's a fascinating aircraft to work on, no doubt. But again, it's nothing where I would shed a tear. Sorry to say, if I got my last flight on it, I'll give it a little tap, a little pat on the glare shield and say thank you for 10 years of safe travels. But yeah, I won't have any tears. So we've got Frankfurt approach 20.8 and arrival. So 20.8. Let me just dial that in. I'll start.
This is a Pushback aircraft.
Oui, it is, but like I said, it's just check status. That should have been. Frankfurt. There is. So we got Frankfurt, ATIS, hotel still. Langen, guten Tag, Lufthansa 989 out of 195 to send 100 on the Rollis Tree Alpha. Oh. Sorry, I just had to readjust my settings to the speakers. So Lufthansa 989 calling Langen Radar, hello.
Rollis right, heading 220 clear to the thank you.
Rollis in the Toliss. Hey, chain director, how are you doing?
Thank you, 25 right, Ryanair 2. Lufthansa 989, radar contact, turn left heading 020, squawk 1000.
Thank you much, left heading 020 and squawk 1000, Lufthansa 989.
Lufthansa 7 Mike Lima, turn left heading 280. Left heading 280, Lufthansa 7 Mike.
So I seem to be causing a little bit of mischief here.
Flight 79 present heading clear, let us 25 left.
So one heading, descending 100.
Thank you for 487. And flight 79 present heading clear, let us 25 left.
King Treat I applied, so it's not about getting a promotion. So it's more about applying for another aircraft.
5000 QNH 114. The 7 Mike Lima cleared, let us 25 left.
Is there the sound?
Rupert left, Lufthansa 7 Mike Lima. Lufthansa 133, descend 4000 feet, QNH 1014.
For some, it sounds different on my headset.
Lufthansa 133, any runway to expect.
So the VATSIM sounds on me.
expect 25 left.
Did you,
A21 maintain
or does the
220 knots.
737 hold any emotional value for you? Yes, so the 737 and the 747, that was a lot more emotional for me.
Lufthansa 989er, descent 5,000 feet, QNH 1014 at 1,500 feet per minute or greater.
Lufthansa 989, descent 5,000, QNH 1014, descent rate 1,500 or greater. So 5,000, 1014, let's just recheck that.
Speed 170 knots or greater until 5 miles
approach
final.
phase here, 1014, correct. And India Fox November Whiskey, identified. Quick briefing, so we are on radar vectors now for the ILS Zulu 25 right. And the sector in north is 4,300, west 3,500. And we'll start the approach out of 5,000 NEBAP, 3.0 degrees profile, minimum Sparrow 560 feet.
Lufthansa 989er, turn right, heading 090.
Heading 090, Lufthansa 989. This approach will take us straight ahead to 6.3 Fox Mike, or 3.5 Fox Romeo Delta, 800 feet, and then we turn right, intercept 319 to Taunus, and then 083 to Metro. We'll climb unrestricted 5,000 feet. Runway length 2,800 meters, possibly wet.
1199er, thank you
The
for
orbit low will mean around about 2,000 meters required landing distance.
Speed 170 knots until 5 miles final.
Locked.
Eine 479er, speed 170 knots until
So I'm
5
going
miles
to
final.
put this to thrust idle of descent, speed brakes out.
7 miles from Ryanair 479er. EDDF 170 knots until 5.
And we're going to go 250 knots here.
70
It's
knots.
raining, plus 7 degrees.
5 miles, Ryanair 4789er. Eine 81, speed 190 knots. 190 knots, Ryanair 81.
King Creed 787 and 747. Those are the two that I applied to. Can you just buy a 747 from Twitch? I wish. Still 48 knots. That's it'll be interesting to watch that.
Ibis 1. Ibis 1, Langen, hello. Ibis 1, North from November, request traffic information on my way to 1,000 feet. Ibis 1, radar contact 1,000 feet. Lufthansa 6 Lima Yankee on present heading cleared LS 25 left, maintain 5,000 feet until flight path intercept. Lufthansa 6 Lima Yankee on present heading cleared LS runway 25 left and maintain 5,000
Right, what else do we
until
need?
we intercept the glide path.
Yeah, we'll vacate to the left.
Turn right heading 180.
Right, 180, Lufthansa 989.
Speed 180 knots.
Vacate the runway to the left.
180 knots until 6 miles final, Ryanair 21. Eine 479er, connect tower.
So Papa 14, Papa 16, Papa 4, and Papa November 1, parked somewhere here.
Lufthansa 133, turn left heading 280, cleared LS 25 left.
Taxi in, there's no hotspots. Remaining fuel
Eine 821, connect tower, 119.9
is about 7 kilograms extra. So 23 minutes. We are currently 30 miles out. Speed brakes go back in. Try to sequence.
heading 200.
Heading 200, Lufthansa 989. Try to sequence the flight plan before pushing the approach button or localizer button. Because if you do it afterwards, your approach modes gets cancelled.
For information, I change my destination. I go direct to Reichelsheim, Echo Delta Foxtrot Bravo.
So NEBAP and the opposite is going to be 067. Put that in radial in. Insert, pull again on the heading knob. And now we have that extended center line.
Good evening, KLM 61 speaking.
Samantha, I first went to the 737, so I actually became a captain on the 737 first, and then my airline got rid of the 737, so I had to go onto the Airbus 320. Right, 12 degrees, so it's more than 10.
Descent to reach flight level 110 at Kirak.
Engine anti is off. Approach checklist. We've got Barrow Ref, QNH 1014.
Lufthansa 6 Lima Yankee maintain 170 until 5 miles.
Seatbelts on minimum. Barrow 560 feet. Auto brake low. Engine mode selector normal. And that's the approach checklist complete. Let's go. Ah, there we go. Cool.
Contact Tower 119.
Alles klar.
Lufthansa 60 Yankee Tower 99. Ciao, schönen Abend. Guido. Lufthansa 989, turn right, heading 230, cleared LS25 left.
Heading 230 and cleared LS25 left. Lufthansa 989. I assumed, see, I should have asked, but I did assume we would have 25 left. No star, no via, insert, approach. So, India Fox Sierra Whiskey. And we may get a swing. That's why I'm not declined using that. So, India Fox Sierra Whiskey is identified. The misapproach though is a bit different. That takes us to straight ahead 5.5 Frankfurt, then slight left step 241 outbound to 8 miles and 5,000 feet, and then left turn back to
Ibis 1 request to leave for landing in Reichsheim. 1 frequency change approved, cheers. Change approved, vielen Dank, schönen Abend, ciao, Ibis 1.
So I'll show you the issue if you go direct Letsky. I can't do that now, that's weird.
Lufthansa 133, maintain 170 knots or greater till 5 miles final. 170 knots until 5 miles final, Lufthansa 133. Lufthansa 89, reduce speed 180 knots, descent 4,000 feet.
Lufthansa 989 is descent 4,000, reduce speed 180 knots. Right, so now we've got localizer glide slope. Glide slope blue, lock blue, cat 3 single at the moment, autopilot 1+2. Is the A380 an option? No. 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 The same for the Airbus 350. I just do not like it. Flaps 1, speed is checked. Flaps 1. Status, well, that should have been fixed, but remove. I'm just going to help it a little bit with the deceleration. Going to put some speed brakes out. And here we can actually do full speed brakes with the autopilot engaged.
170 knots or less until 5 miles final.
170 or less until 5 miles, Lufthansa 989. So, flaps 2 and
Autopilot.
let's go.
Autopilot.
Connect Tower 119, decimal 9, clear. Tower 119, decimal 9.
And I forgot to say, that was a tier 3 from the Citation Max. And I just missed the message there. What was it? That was on YouTube, correct? Oh no. Right, glide slope star, lock star, speed is good.
Roberto Kilo Echo Langen radar contact, hello, climb flight level 130. So 130, switching directly.
Hey Bruno. Thank you. So what else do we have? Right, I missed that. Can on our mods, just let me have, or tell me what that message was about, please.
Unicom, correction, Connect Tower, 119, Decimal 9, ciao.
Yeah, that's good. 99, tschüss, Lufthansa 989. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that message. Hold on, let me see if I can get that somewhere. Frankfurt Tower, moin, die Lufthansa 989, ILS 25 left.
Lufthansa 989 at Frankfurt Tower, hello, number 3.
Copy.
21, contact apron 121, decimal 850, goodbye.
The A380, you can understand, who knows when they're going to get extra. Yeah, exactly.
Eine 821, contact apron 121, decimal 850.
It's Airbus, that's the thing. Toto.
Thank you, bye-bye. Mike Lima, cross runway 25 center and continue straight ahead, November 3, hold short of November. Crossing runway 25 center, straight ahead, November 3, hold short November.
Right, manual thrust.
Mike Lima. Lufthansa 133, wind 070 degrees for knots, runway 25 left, clear to land. 25 clear to land, Lufthansa 133. 6 Lima Yankee, welcome to Frankfurt, text via Mike 30.
Well, Toto, the thing is this, so I absolutely love the 747. So that would be a dream come true for me, flying that as a captain. But also, I really like the looks of the 787. Look at the wind, the 190 at 26. Well, that explains why 07 isn't in use. That would have been pretty nasty. Gears coming down.
2000.
So just gonna slow down a bit slowly here. Set 170. Oh, actually set 170 or less. Disregard. Flaps 3, speed is checked. Flaps 3.
Mike Lima, contact apron 121, decimal 850.
Flaps full, speed is checked. Flaps full.
11850, thank you for the confirmation. Deine Unterstelle ab, Next one. And at 4879,
landing checklist, economic landing noble.
Tango 4, you are now on Mike 4, holding short of the cut holding point. Next time, please look at the chart for close before taxiing. Cross runway 25 center and hold short of Lima.
That is a nasty... Alright, that does not work, that's a shame. But that's a Toliss thing, not so much explain.
6 Lima Yankee, cross runway 25 center, turn right onto Lima, hold short of November 14.
Hey Stephen. Well, actually, I've already flown the 747, so I wouldn't be, you know, disappointed flying the 787. Like, it's a luxury problem. That's, you know, I keep saying that. I'm exceptionally fortunate to have the option, so I'm more than happy to fly any of those. Right, we're not going to swing anymore. We're just too close to the runways here, and we were number 3 in the approach, so looks like Frankfurt is busy. Performance is nice. I got 50 FPS locked. I think I could go with 60 if needed, but let's stay at 50.
125 Lufthansa 242 Lufthansa 989er, wind variable to knots, runway 25 left, clear to land.
25 left, clear to land, Lufthansa 989er.
The 133, welcome to
I like
Frankfurt.
the colors of the
Taxi via
trees.
Mike 30, hold short of cut 2 holding point.
That's changed as well, hasn't it?
160 Yankee, contact
Ooh,
811.
I wish I had my wipers now, because that would help. Oh, thank you.
100 above.
Runway is inside now. 5 knots tailwind, not an issue. 10 knots limit.
Minimum.
Continue.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard. 10. 5.
Come on, give me a second reverser. Oh, I didn't model that. Hang on. So we got spoilers. There we go. Now we've got both reverse. Green and decel. Manual brakes. Let's close the reversers. Yeah, we'll take the next one to the right. It's a bit slippy. Start the after landings. Spoilers retract.
This is the 989er, welcome to Frankfurt. Taxi via Mike 30, hold short of cut 2 holding point.
Mike 30, hold short, cut 2, holding point, Lufthansa 989er. So he seems a bit lost at the moment, which is a shame. Ah, 9 continues. Right, strobes off. Landing lights off. We're going to do a single engine taxiing, so we're going to start the APU in a minute. That has to remain on, because otherwise the controller can't see us anymore.
Hello, advice able to depart runway 12 center via Lima 6.
So this is a standard clearance after landing 25 left. So you taxi on the middle taxiway Mike, and you go to 30. So you can only cross Mike 8, Mike 6, and Mike 30 here in Frankfurt. And then normally get a call hold at the cut 2 boarding point.
Just confirm a total of November 14.
Bella, I can give you the info to that in a second. Hang on.
Weather report, not sure if that was for everyone the same, but for me it was borderline cut 1, borderline cut 2.
So we're going to hold here.
We'll look into it.
Cut 2, 3. Let's stop here. I would really love to have the wipers working here, because that is a bit annoying. Oh! Huh? What? It is working!
This is the 989er, cross summit 25 center, turn right onto Lima, hold short of November 14.
Cross 25 center, right, Lima, hold short, November 14, Lufthansa 989. So I'm going to check that runway is clear. There's nobody on the takeoff run. So that seems good. We'll check the left side as well. Strobe lights are on. Cross onto Lima and hold short November 4, which is the next one after we crossed.
The 989er same for you, contact 811 display 850 bereit.
121 850 Lufthansa 989. Dankeschön. So I wish you would taxi on a bit more. Right, let's start the APU for the single engine taxi. April Tag, die Lufthansa 989 on, we're turning Lima, holding short November 14.
Lufthansa 133, continue taxi via Lima, hold short November 11. Lima, holding short November 11, Lufthansa 133. Lufthansa 989, follow the aircraft, company aircraft in front of you and hold short November 11.
We'll follow the company, hold short November 11, Lufthansa 989. Hey Andrew, okay, nice. I'll check the beta, yeah, for sure.
Moonmaker 545 taxi. Moonmaker 515 taxi to holding point runway 18 via November 8. Correction, taxi to holding point runway 25 center via November 8. Lima 3.
Yeah, Alex, probably.
Lima 3 for runway 25 center for Moonmaker 545. Short November runway 8 to 1. Runway 8 to 1, I know.
Guys,
taxi
here's
via November 11, hold short of Lima.
If you could do me a big favor, guys, if you're flying on VATSIM, do me a favor and calibrate your microphones.
November 5 and November, hold short of November 7.
So you have the option to go to settings, audio, and you can actually calibrate the output of your microphone level. Because you could just hear a lot of people being extremely loud and their microphones cutting out. Right, shutdown engine 2. Ilic pump is on.
Now it's possible, pushback is approved.
So, November 11 is here, so he's doing that correctly.
Frankfurt, ground, good evening,
that's the reason.
Mike, with information, India 787 requesting IFR clearance to Amsterdam Schiphol, Charlie 14. 7-2 Oscar Mike, call you back for clearance, your number 3.
Put the brake fans on here.
Number 3 for clearance, call you back. Lufthansa 248, heavy runway 18, ready for departure.
Yeah, but Alpha normally on the settings in vPilot, it will show you if you are going into the red areas. So that means you're just overboosting your microphone. Bella, the thing is, I can't show you here on. Well, actually, maybe I can. The problem is, I don't want to spoil. Well, no, I can't, because if I do it here, you'll see my my VATSIM ID, and I don't want to spoil that. So.
Taxi right on Lima North, hold short of November 1.
Yeah, low green Benchy is fine.
Right on Lima North and November 1, NS 4879. 22 Alpha, taxi to holding point runway 25 center via Lima 1 and contact.
Here's a PAT situation. Ryanair's not moving. Normally he would be prioritized. So those coming via November 1 normally will get priority.
Lufthansa 133, taxi to stand Alpha 24 via November 8. Correction via Lima, November 8 and November 7. Lima, November 8, November 7 to gate Alpha 24. Lufthansa 989, taxi to stand Alpha 50 via Lima, November 8.
Alpha 50 via Lima and November 8, Lufthansa 989. Alright, so we'll do that.
981 after give way to the two Lufthansa Airbus A320.
So just single engine here.
10, and after that continue left on Lima to stand the Victor 106.
Yeah, Alex, exactly. Yeah.
After the traffic continue on Victor, continue on Lima to stand Victor 106 right ahead to 1.
Yeah, I normally stay below 40%.
But 562, you're supposed to do a right turn on November and continue to runway 18.
But that's fine. It's taxiing nicely on the single engine. Like it.
Taking off from runway 18, you're cleared for Sopra to Lima. Lufthansa 75 for push. Lufthansa 75, that's called 2106.
So yeah, performance is fine, no issues. And, oh, there's a floating building. GG. But I have runway contours on. Oh, I know why, because I took out the mesh folder, I guess. That's why it's floating. Well, the problem is, so a single engine taxi varies so much depending on the aircraft and the weights. So literally with the A321, I almost never taxi single engine, because you need such a lot of thrust, breakaway thrust. Once the aircraft is stopped, it's just too dangerous. The jet blast behind you is just too much, so I don't do that. 320, which is normal weight, or 319, that's fine to go with.
And 8088 is called 2071. 2071 right now, 8088.
What is that supposed to be?
8088 is feedback correct. Lufthansa 75 for push.
Right, I think we'll go here then.
And a 4879 taxi next right on November 1.
I have a feeling that's wrong. Is it me or is it?
Victor 110.
But I have to go here. That
Left November, then to Lima.
that looks like November 8 on the map here.
But 562 is hold short of November 7. Hold short of November 7.
Because the other one would be November 7.
Contact tower 109.9, sorry.
So maybe that's wrong. I have to check that.
Lufthansa 75 for push. Lufthansa 75, there's still an aircraft behind you in the alleyway. I can't let it push at the moment. Lufthansa 589, ready to couple tails?
Yeah, that line there is wrong. So November 8, they seem to have gotten that wrong there.
Information in your current aircraft, 74 Takeoff.
So, okay, that's nice. So they have orange and blue line. Okay, that's alright. So that's good. That's new. That's fine. So Alpha 50 will be one of the last taxi line bits there.
589 is Cindy 4 Sierra and initial climb 4,000 feet, score 2077. Ground speedbit 406, ready taxi. 589 read back correct. Speedbit 406, taxi to
Yeah.
runway 25
So
Delta,
the
via
taxiway I was on, that
November
was correct. So November 8, but the other line there is not November 8. There's parking spots there, and the November 7 is further to the east.
And 738, continue taxi. Speedbird.
Right, I'm not sure if it actually can fit through there.
Speedbird 562, continue taxi.
So normally he would have to let that aircraft out, so that we can go into Alpha 50 or
Alpha, when clear of traffic in front of you, taxi to point runway 25 center via November 8 and Lima hold short of November.
yeah, we'll continue here.
By November 8 and Lima 25 center and hold short of November.
It's one of those things, Toto, where you've seen it so many times, and you just know something's not right.
Still on my screen. I will call you. Lufthansa 6 from Papa, continue
That's
taxi
fine.
via Lima 3. Lima 3, Lufthansa 6 from Papa.
I love the dynamic weather though.
Contact tower 119,
That's nice. So changing
Ryanair 738, contact
the
tower
intensity of rain from time to time is cool. Ah, we've got, looks like we've got a
Lufthansa 75 for push. Lufthansa
docking
75.
system.
Pushback
Nice.
is now approved. Elevator is clear. Approved, Lufthansa 75.
Frankfurt ground, correction 33 Charlie, ready for taxi.
So I put the leader on, off. And we hear the PTU still. So, so the PTU electric pump. Switch that off, otherwise the PTU will run. Right, that's good.
Frankfurt Apron, 113 Lufthansa 6 for Golf and Push.
So the engines are spooling down, seatbelts off.
Approved 6 for Golf.
2 Oscar Mike, ready to copy clearance.
So
Oscar Mike, ready to copy clearance.
2 Oscar Mike, cleared to Amsterdam. Maroon, 9 Golf, flight plan route, climb by set 5.
Right, that works as well. Love it. Arrival, parking.
Oscar Mike, just confirm departure set.
Pre-flight page to configure.
And 2 Oscar Mike again.
So
KLM to Oscar Mike, just confirm departure set. It's Maroon 6 Foxtrot departure.
Ground service is finished.
Maroon 9 Golf.
what? Right.
Yeah, to Amsterdam Schiphol, Maroon 9 Golf departure, climbing via the set 5,000 feet, squawking 1,000. KLM to Oscar Mike.
Cool. Nice. So they're right on time. 19 ETC. Let's read the parking checklist. Actually, the after landing radar predictor system was off, and then the parking checklist, parking brakes or chocks park brake is set. We have the engines off, wing lights off, and the fuel pumps are off. That's the parking checklist complete. So I'll give you a little tour around the airport, and I'll show you night lighting as well. So here is the very prominent Alpha 1 position, which doesn't have a jetway. I was appalled by that when I saw it this afternoon. So I don't know why it doesn't have a jetway here, because normally that's one of the best positions to taxi in. It's one of the most challenging. So Bravo 10 is also missing the jetway. Yeah, we'll have a look in a minute. Let me just have a look at the terminal here. Frankfurt Airport, that's the Sheraton, that's all right. There's the big train station there, that's all right. Parking lot. Right, and then the Lufthansa hangars. Well, it looks all right. I mean, I'm surprised that those taxi lines are correctly drawn in. Now, I tell you what, I'm mistaken. So that line there, yeah, from my perspective, that confused me. That looked to me initially like a taxi line. So what they've changed is that they have reallocated the November 8 taxiway, and then you've got parking spots here now. So Victor 151 to 153. So there's 3 parking spots here. And then here you've got November 7 and orange blue. That's correct. So that's fine. No complaints. Yeah, the FPS are decent, guys. The only thing I had to change, I had to take out the mesh folder. Both in XP11 and XP12 to get decent FPS here. Because if I leave the mesh folder in, I got FPS around 20. So now if I unlock it, I guess I'd get around about 60 FPS. Here's 55, 60 FPS, which is all right. So it just seems to me like there's still some issues with some of the files, and they need to get that corrected. But no doubt, the reflections look very nice. Look at the wet apron there. The reflections look really cool. I love that here in XP12. Clouds have been improved. Lighting has been improved. So it's going the right way. Absolutely. So also, oh yeah, the trees that I noticed as well. The coloring of the trees was nice. And as a matter of fact, let me just go and try the following. Let me just disconnect of VATSIM here. And then I want to do the following. Customize weather. Let's go manual weather. Let's do let's do snowy and icy. Precipitation. Temperature -5 or something like that. And let's try that. So it's going to take a few minutes, I guess. Yeah, Stefan, no doubt. But here for me, I'm just, you know, using different flight sims because I know that a lot of people here will either have Microsoft Flight Sim, or they will have X-Plane, or they will have P3D. Not everyone has all the different sims, but I try to accommodate, you know, everyone as much as possible. But what am I doing wrong? Not that. Again, flight configuration, customize, IFR. Precision, cumulus. So again, -4, precipitation, heavy, runway, snowy medium. Ah, there we go. Ooh. Well, that changed quickly. Blimey. Terminal 3, well, they're still building. It's not open, chain reactor. So, I don't know. Opening, is it 26 or 27? Let's put up the clouds a bit more here. And visibility. Let's hang on. Cut 1, cut 3, IFR. Let's just do that. That's fine. Done. Apply. There we go. So the thing is this. Now with the snowfall implementation and icy runways, it does affect performance. So it does affect braking coefficients, etc., etc. That's a very interesting aspect. And that's something that no other simulator has at the moment. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the snow on the ground now. You've got snow on the terminal building there. Taxiways look clear. Although, no, it's got a little bit of contamination as well. And the runway, yeah. So you can see it's not completely covered, but it's something that will affect, you know, the way the aircraft has brake coefficients. Open a checklist on the EFB. I can try in a minute, Tio. Let me just try one more thing here. So, snowy max, precipitation severe. Oops. So, let me just check that again. Yeah, so I can see the raindrops have gotten bigger, or the snowflakes have gotten bigger. And maybe Toto can mention something on here. I'm pretty sure that I picked up something regarding how these weather situations now affect the braking coefficients as well. Flight configuration, change, customize. Yeah, that's the thing, right? So runway snowy and icy light, snowy and icy medium, -1, precipitation severe. Anything else I want to set here? All right. Yeah, there we go. So you can see that's now even more contamination. And yeah, it's something you would really have to consider on shorter runways with heavy aircraft. Something very cool indeed. So let's go customize back to real weather, rescan, done, apply changes. And I will show you now the night lighting. Not bad. Interesting, I got a little bit of FPS drop. So I got 45 FPS now instead of more than 50. So it's interesting that it actually has affected FPS a bit now with this lighting. Yeah, about 45-ish. Interesting. I don't know why it would affect the FPS that much. Because I'm not on max settings. That shouldn't really affect that much. So that's all on medium settings. Okay, so night lighting of Vulcan has always been a heavy. Okay. Yeah, it could be. Reflection calculations being a bit more severe. But it does look nice. Now, interestingly enough, on flightsim.to, I've already seen some Lua scripts. Oh, no, it wasn't a Lua script. It was just a fix for the lighting, which is interesting. So they have already started to get some tweaks for XP12. Avenger, I don't know. I can't.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Thank you so much to Arnie Stefansson coming in, and I think he'll be interested to see the next flight in the 737-800 or 737 MAX on the flight from Edinburgh to Keflavik, which will start in a few minutes. Yeah, exactly. That PC hasn't invented it. Arnie, thanks for the 42 months. No, so this is the new scenery from Aviotech Frankfurt, available through Orbix. It's not brilliant, but it's all right. I mean, so not too bad. Some room for improvement, I would say, as always. But yeah, part of the internal is simulated as well, which is nice. Okay. Yeah, Lee, see you in a few minutes. Cool. Thank you so much. Now, I am sorry for missing one of the alerts on YouTube. Let me just see. If any one of my moderators has picked that up. Apparently not. Because that message went away so quickly. Right, whoever donated, I think, on YouTube, big thank you for your support. I will check out who it was, and then I'll give you a shout out once I found it. Thank you so much, and thank you so much to everyone for the resubs. Thank you very much. And if you don't want to see the P3D stream, which I understand fully, because not everybody's a fan of Prepared, but we'll have a look at the 737 MAX that just came out from iFly. And was it from Arnie? Arnie, did you donate something on YouTube as well? Arnie, thank you so much for your amazing support. Arnie, so I'm so sorry that I missed that. That message popped up only on the screen, which I had minimized, so I didn't really see it, unfortunately. Thank you so much, Arnie, for your amazing support. That's really, really kind of you. And I wish you all a lovely Christmas time. And we'll check out the weather in a minute. What's it like in Iceland? Cool. Right, guys. Thank you so much again. I'll see you again in a few minutes if you like. Otherwise, come back on Friday if you like. Join the Christmas stream. We'll be doing some fun stuff there. Some flights, of course. Group flights, of course. And I actually got to drive a train as well. So it should be funny. All right, guys. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care. Good night. Okay, Annie. All right. I will see you, Annie. Thank you.